Falling for Havoc, a Wattpad novella written by Emmy Randall. Chapter 14, The Birth of Gods.
My heart races with exhilaration as I step through the shimmering portal alongside Cosmo, embracing the vastness of space. Galaxies swirl and twinkle beneath my feet like a vibrant tapestry of light and color. Every instinct inside me screams in panic. We're going to fall! Yet, against all logic, I find myself walking on an invisible surface, anchored by a mysterious force that defies gravity. The beauty and wonder of the cosmos surround me, captivating my senses and pushing aside my fears. We suddenly stop, and the world swirls into a dizzying blur. As it settles, we find ourselves in the dim light of an ancient hut. The rough-hewn walls are made of weathered wood and stone, adorned with the faint shadows of forgotten spirits. In the center of the room, a pregnant woman reclines on a crude bed fashioned from woven branches and coarse fabric, her face a mixture of determination and strain, as she laboriously brings new life into the world. A group of attentive caretakers surrounds her, their expressions a blend of concern and reverence, as they offer soothing words and gentle support, their hands busy with preparations and encouragement. The air is thick with anticipation and a sense of sacredness, marking the profound passage of birth within this timeless space. I am completely bewildered by the conversations around me. The language spoken is not only foreign but also steeped in antiquity. Its archaic phrases and unfamiliar pronunciations create a barrier that makes comprehension impossible. Each utterance is a puzzle with intricate patterns and meanings hidden just out of reach, leaving me confused and longing for clarity. I cast a curious glance down at Cosmo, my brow furrowed in confusion as I examine our surroundings. "What is this place?" I ask, my voice tinged with intrigue and uncertainty.
"The beginning,"
he answers. What exactly is the beginning referring to? It can't possibly denote the advent of mankind, as humanity is present and has already made its mark on the world. Perhaps it signifies a broader awakening, a shift in consciousness, or the dawn of a new era. With a deep, resolute push, the woman finally brings her baby girl into the world. As the infant takes her first breaths, the atmosphere in the dimly lit hut transforms, filled with warmth and joy. Faces light up with smiles as everyone gathers around, cooing and awing over the lively little bundle, her tiny fingers curled and her delicate features awakening with life. I can't help but notice the man I believe to be the father. He cradles the baby in his arms, his eyes shining with a mixture of wonder and triumph, as if he has won a great victory. Their unspoken bond radiates throughout the room, enveloping everyone in a blissful embrace of new beginnings. The mother radiates joy as she gazes at her, a wide smile lighting up her face. But suddenly, an overwhelming wave of panic crashes over her. Confused voices fill the air, their words a blur of urgency and emotion that she can't quite grasp. Just then, the mother's expression shifts. Determination courses through her as she begins to push again, her breath coming in quick, sharp gasps, a rhythm that echoes the moment's intensity. "Another one?" I ask. But Cosmo remains silent, his gaze fixed on the scene unfolding before us. The labor for this child is grueling, tearing at the mother's weary body, already worn from the toll of her firstborn. As the cries of the newborns fill the air, they fail to elicit any celebration. Instead, the atmosphere is heavy with dread. The joyous anticipation that accompanied the birth of her daughter is overshadowed by despair. The mother's vitality dwindles rapidly, her breath shallow and uneven, while the cries of the tiny boy fade into the background, forgotten amidst the frantic efforts of the adults to revive her. Their panic grows palpable, drowning out the innocent wails of the child who now lies helplessly in the chaos. Time seems to slip through my fingers like sand as I watch the children blossom before my eyes. My daughter, with her bright smile and infectious laughter, truly is the apple of her father's eye, capturing his affection with every charming glance. In contrast, my son often wears a look of resignation, bearing the weight of family responsibilities and expectations. It feels like he has become the family's scapegoat, shouldering blame and misunderstanding that should not rest on his tiny shoulders. My heart aches for him, wishing he could feel as cherished and celebrated as his sister, knowing that his struggles often go unnoticed in the shadow of her shining presence. "I don't understand, Cosmo. Who are—" I stop and gasp, looking down at him. Havoc and Serenity. They were mortal?
"Once, before either of them could remember. It was during this pivotal juncture that the ingenuity of man gave rise to their existence. Crafted from dreams and nightmares of a struggling world, they were brought to life with purpose and intent. And when the time was right, I stepped forward to guide them, illuminating their path as they navigated the challenges that lay ahead.
I watched the children grow to about 8 and go with their father down to the river. Serenity plays on the bank as young Havoc is forced to help his father with the nets. A snap cracks through the air just before a large tree branch falls, striking the father in the end, crumpling into the rushing water. Within an instant, he is out of sight. The children scream and cry at the river's edge as a familiar little boy approaches them. "That's you," I point out. "So did you make them immortal?" Cosmo shakes his head.
They were born that way, they just had to be awakened. Man needed good and evil, so it birthed itself into the world, and when God started to falter, giving up on man, God unknowingly brought forth hope.
"Who is God?" I ask. Havoc tells me there is no God and the closest thing to God is serenity. Cosmo's gaze drifts up to me.
We are.
All 3 of them, they all make up God. And what is the hope you all brought forth? I look around, searching for clarity amidst the chaos. Time is sliding past me like a fast-paced movie, each second racing by and turning our surroundings into an indistinguishable blur of colors and shapes. "Okay, Mama, push," a nurse instructs, a sound that cuts through the sterile environment of the labor and delivery room. The air is thick with anticipation, and I can feel the tension slipping away as I step beside my mother. The rhythm of my heart matches the soft beeping of the monitors, creating a symphony of life. Cosmo stands close beside me, a reassuring presence as we share in this profound moment. The room is filled with the faint scent of antiseptic and the quiet rustling of nurses preparing for the arrival of new life. My mother's eyes shimmer with love and excitement, the soft light illuminating her weary yet hopeful expression. I watch in awe as my mother's labor of love unfolds, bringing me into this vibrant world for the first time. The sterile brightness of the delivery room contrasts sharply with the warmth in her eyes, which glisten with tears of pure joy as the nurse gently places me in her waiting arms. "Hello, Nadine," she whispers, her voice trembling with emotion. Pure elation radiates from her every feature, as if the essence of joy is etched on her face. She gazes down at me, her heart swelling with pride. "Look at you," she coos softly, cradling my tiny hands delicately within her slender fingers. "You're just a little ray of hope, aren't you?" I gasp, stepping away from Cosmo. Every ounce of blood drains from my face as my attention darts to him. I don't understand. Cosmo turns to face me, shoving his hands into his red jacket and giving me a knowing look.
It's time to wake up, Hope.
As the world descends into darkness, an enveloping stillness blankets the scene, weighty yet tranquil. The sky above me gradually transforms, awakening in a symphony of colors. Golden rays weave seamlessly with soft pinks and fiery oranges, painting a breathtaking sunrise that stretches across the horizon. This vibrant palette casts shimmering reflections across the expansive lake before me, its surface perfectly still. The water, smooth as glass, mirrors the brilliance of the dawn, creating the illusion of an endless sky beneath my feet. Tiny ripples occasionally break the serene facade, but they quickly vanish, leaving the lake as tranquil and pristine as ever, a true canvas of nature's artistry. "Cosmo?" I call out, but I know he's not here. The water shudders in response to my voice, and a mirror rises from its depths. I gasp, momentarily stunned by the reflection staring back at me. Though my features remain familiar, there's an unmistakable shift in my essence. The imperfections that once seemed glaring against the backdrop of my skin have vanished, leaving behind a luminous glow that radiates confidence. The mirror reveals not just a physical transformation, but an ethereal quality about myself that I had never had before. Adorning my figure is a light chiffon dress that billows softly around me, reminiscent of a gentle breeze on a warm summer's day. The fabric dances playfully with every subtle movement, creating a symphony of harmoniously blended colors. Its delicate shades of pink and orange swirl together, mirroring the soft hues of dawn, as if I've been wrapped in the very light of a sunrise. The dress flows elegantly, brushing against my skin like a tender caress, making me feel delicate and powerful. At this moment, I feel the change. not just in the beauty of my attire, but also in who I've become. A profound awakening stirs within my core, as if every pulse of hope radiating throughout the universe converges into my being. It's a palpable sensation, like a warm light igniting my spirit, illuminating the path ahead with clarity and purpose. In this moment, I have uncovered the essence of my existence, like a long-lost treasure finally brought to the surface, filling me with an unwavering sense of direction and fulfillment. I am hope.
Thank you for listening to Chapter 14 of Falling for Havoc. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell for more notifications. Falling for Havoc can be found at wattpad.com or on the Wattpad app. Search for my username, reading_mermaid08, to see this book and many others I have written.